Hey, welcome back to once again another video, and you click this video because you want to know the best tips to become an absolute legend set of Booga Booga Reborn. Well, let's watch to the end, and trust me, you are going to enjoy this one. Anyway, let's get some things started, and let me list off a few things here before we get fully into it. Just saying, even the pros are going to watch this one all the way to the end. Anyway, if you want to demolish players just like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and adios amigos. Ha, get yeeted. Anyway, let's get into some tips. Alrighty, tip number 1. Always use heals to your advantage. Yeah, pretty much everyone should know this one, but heals are going to be a big part of Booga Booga. Yeah, quite crazy, right? Yeah, head over to the low heal section right here. Grab yourself some blood fruit, blue fruit, or berries. Recommended if you're starting out to just farm, get a whole bunch of berries. So you get some sticks, some leaves, and then as well as a lot of food to heal. And then you'll be able to farm blood fruit when you get a lot more advanced. Hints right here. Don't forget to use public servers to your full advantage because, believe it or not, private servers have data saving. So if you go over to private servers, you can build something and rejoin throughout the day, and they will always be there. So, for free. I also got some private servers linked down below, so go check those out. Anyway, let's get to the next one. Alrighty, tip number 2. So, talking about rebirthing. If you don't know what rebirthing is, well, you very much should. It's over here. Click the little mojo button right here, and you can unlock all of these cool, amazing items over here. So there's God Pick, God Axe, and tons of the God Armor, the best tools, armor in the game, etc. Anyway, I have a full-on video on what the best ones are, but we'll do a quick rundown real quick right about now. So, pretty much, if you are starting out on mojo grinding, you know, if you want to help go grind some mojo, go look at the channel and go find the number 1 XP methods on the channel. You get a rebirth to 2 rebirths every 20 minutes. Yes, sir. Anyway, so I would recommend if you are starting to, you know, get into your rebirthing grind, make sure to grind normally and then get working towards your God Pick. Why? God Pick and not Wonder Walker. Believe it or not, if you just continuously keep going to old God, you can get increasingly large amount of XP. It's quite crazy. Yeah. I currently am about to hold the world record for the number 1 time for getting the fastest rebirth. So, you know, if you're interested in that video, hit that like button. Anyway, let's get started. Tip number 3. Alrighty, tip number 4. Well, believe it or not, this tip is actually very, very useful, and most pro players actually use this to their quite advantage. Using builds to your absolute advantage. I'm recommending if you're playing in the water to fight some players, use a bridge. Why? Because it acts as a very long point, just like that, where they can get stuck, and they really just cannot do much. And this guy just staring at me because, yeah, he just can sit there for hours long, not being able to get out of the bridges. Yeah, you can definitely tell OP that is, you know what I mean? But yeah, well, now he's gonna kill me. But yeah, you can tell right there. It is currently, the most broken thing in the game, not gonna lie. But anyway, let's, move on to, tip number 5. Yes, sir. Alrighty, tip number 5. This one's gonna come with logging. So, most people actually somehow do not know this. Well, if you actually get disconnected from the game or in combat and leave the game, all your loot despawns and it is just gone. Deleted from the world. You have nothing. It's just gone. Yeah, I know. Quite crazy, right? Well, believe it or not, there's a way to, you know, get a little bit bypass this. When you're fighting an opponent-wise. So let's say you're fighting somebody, they're in combat, and they're somehow leaving the game. Well, they're using builds to their advantage, or their playing is very smart. Believe it or not, if you go over to your little thingy, so you can keep them in combat, always have a bow in your with hand. I recommend iron bow or a magnetite crossbow, which you can both tell, your boy kind of ran out of iron. Yeah, give me a second. Alrighty, we got ourselves some iron. So, iron bow is definitely gonna come in handy as we can keep our players in combat. If I can hit this guy, show you an example. There we are. Now we have this little exclamation mark above our head. That means we are in combat, and so are they. So if you want to use that to your advantage, it is a highly ranked item. Now something else. You can either tell that it went away after about 10 seconds of you know, running around. Well, you also can use something called voodoo. You can pick one of the 3 voodoos throughout the game called Bolt, Shield, or Invisibility. I recommend Bolt when fighting, etc. That's going to bring on to the next tip anyway. But, so you see this guy running over here. What we're going to do to keep him in the game is we're going to throw a little thing right there. Boom, he can't not leave the game now. He is kind of just stuck in combat for a while. Gives her some time, you know, if you wanted to shoot a little bit of some arrows at his head, you know, just like that. Throw another one just there. Ugh. and then he's just gonna run. But our bowing skills are too good, and he gets almost absolutely collapsed. A little bit of struggle. Did that not hit his leg, bro? Come here. Die. Anyway, if you want to see a lot more deaths like that, go check out our 1,000 kill video. It took a long time to record. Please go check it out. But anyway, moving on to our next tip. Yeah, quite crazy, right? Whee! Alrighty, tip number 6. Use voodoo to your high advantage. So there's 3 voodoos in the game. Shield, invisibility, and the bolt. They're both super overpowered all overall. As invisibility, you can sneak up on your opponents and go poof and scare the living crap out of them. Or you use the bolt to bolt stam noobs, because believe it or not, if you shoot people with a full bolt, they're instantly dead. God players, they get pretty low, but you know, they're not gonna die. It's God armor. So yeah, it is super, super overpowered. Now, the next one's gonna be shield. You can withstand around 10 hits for around 60 seconds, which is, not gonna lie, quite OP. But nothing can possibly beat this bolt spam. If there's a group of like 5 players, believe it or not, you can just spam them just like that, and boom, they're dead, and you get all their loot. It is quite crazy. Or, you know, you can look at this little guy and just shoot him with your bow. Yeah, look at him. Leave me alone, man. I was only messing with you. Man. But yeah, I recommend Bolt Voodoo, though. Yeah, let's move to tip number 7. Already, tip number 7. Make friends in Booga Booga. So this guy was chasing me before, but I'm asking to be friends. You down to be friends, man? Friends? Yeah, yo, bro, yeah, come on, yeah, now we're friends, bro, let's go. Yeah, see, if you make friends, they'll go crazy and kill other players. But now, if you think a little bit harder, oh, there he is, using the voodoo to his advantage. Right over there, now this guy with a club is now chasing down a little emerald stick guy, second best weapon in the game, with just a little old club. Just because he has the voodoo. Isn't that something else? But something that is also pretty cool is, believe it or not, you can still demolish this guy using the tip that I was going to show you guys, making friends in the game. Well, right there, he also used tip, I believe, number 1. Look at that. And now he also killed him, and this guy is now only run in as he's, and he's a bit toxic. So, on the friends note, make tips inside the game. So, what you're going to do is you're going to go up to hi, right? After you find this guy, you're going to say hi, friend. Hey, bro. Okay. The guy that murdered me is right here. He's been a big bully. And using the friends method, he's not trying to kill me no more. So, what I was going to show you guys is something hey, that wasn't me, man. I was gonna go do that, but, it turns out that guy beat me to it. Well, what our plans are is using one of my tips. Get your voodoo, make a friend, betray them, and take all their loot. I got an idea, boys. Alrighty, guys, I got this guy right here. Believe it or not, he's actually one of my friends, but I'm using a name changer, so he doesn't even know it's me. So we made friends. Now, tip number 2. Betray them. Now, why would you do such a thing? Because believe it or not, it's quite crazy. This guy's actually how many, because they're doing a deal. Now, in 3, 2, and 1, we're gonna kill him. No, he played too smart. It almost worked. Y'all know the point. Yeah. You betray your friends and take all their loot. Well, I was kind of like 1 hit away, but yeah, it works. So, we're just gonna dial ourselves out of here before we die. Adios, man. Yeah, let's get to the next tip. Bringing us to tip number 8. This one's more for the pro players. If you are looking to get tons of loot, but feel very lazy to grind, I recommend taking off your armor. You're probably like, why the heck would I take my armor off? Then I'm just gonna die and lose everything. Well, this is why. If I was a god still, these guys would not be still standing here. They would have turned around and started running. Well, I joined the red tribe just to play around with these guys because, you know, they expect me to be normal. Well, what I can do is, I can uh-oh, you are very scary. You stay where you are, Mr. Riker. We don't need to know who I am. Anyway, so we see this guy right here, right? him, this guy. They think I'm on his team. When we leave it, turn the god armor on, then just go boom, boom. We just wiped half the team, just like that. And that's how you get closer to God and very open players to go rob the loot by immediately demolishing their souls. Yeah, quite funny, right? Also, yeah, tip number 9. Yeah, let's run over there. Tip number 9. The one right before last. This tip is more towards the newer players. Go into the cave system to start farming. Don't go in the big sky islands that look so high and so cool. Go in the caves. All pro players do not go down there. They don't care about there. There's no players to go murder and rob. They stay up over these areas where you think is a good idea to farm. Trust me, it is not. Now, you could go to the ice island, but it still is not preferable. Head your way into the cave system, find a good open area over there, and go farm yourself that way. Anyway, let's move on to the last and final tip. Let's go. Alright, the last and final tip that will help you progress the best tip that will get you the farthest inside of Booga Booga Reborn, and to defeat the game in seconds. You know, just go hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on today's video, and go check out the other content with tons of amazing tips, tricks, and awesome videos. Let's get it, boys.